standard for the entire country. So we'll be updating with our daily weather forecast.
Absolutely, we'll be following right along as well. Thank you so much for that very comprehensive update. Felicity, do have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. Wishing you the same.
Again, that was Felicity Appiah-Ampofo, chief forecaster with the Ghana Met.
3FM 92.7, Urban Lifestyle Radio Station.
Connect, a grand celebration of African unity.
This September, Africa will unite to celebrate the beauty and cultural diversity of the continent in Accra, Ghana. The whole continent is gathering at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park on Nkrumah Holiday, the 22nd of September 2025 from 9 a.m. Experience the art.
Jollof Wars. This year, AfricaNet gets even bigger and better with the Osageful Night Concert.
Buy your tickets on *725*2226#. That's *725*2226# for 100 Ghana cedis.
To be a vendor for this Pan-African celebration, call us on 0531 100 927 and 0532.
Before that, Sixtus Don Ullo, lead producer extraordinaire in the studio. Sixtus, good morning. Is everything okay?
I was expecting that question. Gemma looks like his landlord has given him quit notice.
Hey, everything is okay. Everything is okay. God is good. God is good. God is good. God is good.
Did you sleep in your house?
God is good.
Balance shoe, look my balance shoe, look my hey, Who wants to guess how old this song is? One Love, the Kubolo, King Ayusoba.
Were you featured?
I wish I was.
It sounds like the hype woman in the.
Oh, and see if you see the video, the caliber of personnel giving backing vocals at the back that would have fit in just fine, absolutely perfectly. Yeah, look, man, gentlemen, it's a Friday. Good morning. Where's the energy? Sixtus Don Ullo, how are we doing? Apart from God being good, what's up? Are you okay?
God is still good.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to say good morning to HR or something? Maybe.
Today
is only the 19th.
Maybe.
Today is only the 19th.
Open some wounds and a kind of web that we can.
Well, I've heard of some banks that are giving salary advance.
Oh, really?
Maybe next week will be a good time to see.
Oh, do the banks do that?
Some banks.
Oh, I see. So, middle of the month.
It'd be like Momo said they give overdraft.
Oh, I see.
I'm not sure this could be financial because the way the collar is raised.
It's like he dressed up in the car.
No, this looks funny.
It could mean something else this morning. Unless he doesn't want to tell us. But it really means something
let's
else.
truncate this roasting. Let's truncate this roasting session. Anyway, this song, Look My Shoe, 17 years old, 18 years.
Yes. I was suggesting 15, but I guess.
You're close, yeah. 17, 18 years ago.
Anyway.
A masterpiece, if you ask me. But let's kick off the morning with our tilapia moment or tilapia moments. We've got two to go through, and this has to do with Galamsey, the pulpit versus Galamsey. You know that the Catholic Bishops' Conference have waded into the matter. They did so in the last administration, actually taking to the streets. This time round, they are also lending their voice to the call. In this tilapia moment, you can see the Catholic Bishop Conference there also. Catholic Bishops Conference. What does that actually mean?
It's a conference or an association of the bishops.
Of the bishops, okay. It doesn't mean they go to conference every day.
No, they have annual conferences.
Yes. Okay. But because of Galamsey...
I'm just saying that if the conference is confusing, just look at it as an association. Of Catholic bishops in Ghana.
Okay.
So you can say priests, right?
Catholic
priest. Is it Catholic priest or it's just bishops?
No, it's just bishops.
Is a bishop a priest?
Yes.
Okay, lovely.
No, that's why I was asking if you could say.
That was your question. Okay, so the priests have their own association, if you like. Yes, and we have various congregations. You have the Daisan priests, they have the association, you have the...
He's about to turn into a lecture. Listen.
Get your notepad out.
Okay. And then the bishops too
have their own.
Each country in the world has its conference of Catholic bishops.
Okay.
Yes.
Lovely.
I finished. Thank God.
Let's get the moment.
Today wasn't a sermon. We can't.
Let's get the tilapia moment back up on the screen and let's take a look at it one more time. Okay, so they're asking the President of the Republic to declare, and it says, please do it now. And you see President John Dramani Mahama sweating bullets, and he's opened a book there, center spread. It says, Galamsey state of emergency. He's biting his pen to declare, what that means? Or not to declare. What does that mean?
One day Appiah is confusing in the exam.
You don't know. It's a close call. Is it A
B?
Or B?
But I see the notes. But this one sounds like.
Although for fellow Ghanaians, they don't think this exam should be one that the president should fail at all. They think the answer is quite clear, especially because in opposition we heard the president say that, where we have reached some catastrophic heights. If you listen
and leading figures of the party,
they said we've got to declare state of emergency.
Yeah, in the lead up to the election, we had leading figures of the NDC insist that state of emergency.
Did the president also say that whilst he was campaigning?
I recall. I recall, at the very least, these words coming from his mouth saying that where we are is an emergency.
It's an emergency.
He said that. He said where we have reached. I mean, it is indeed catastrophic. If you listen to eco CSOs, the likes of Awula Sewa, giving some statistics of 66% of our water bodies being polluted, I really don't know what is more of an emergency than that. Are we waiting to 80%? Fellow Ghanaians, we are eating food laden with lead. Mercury.
The food already is not nutritious enough.
I'm telling you.
You're being poisoned. You're being poisoned by it.
So you can imagine.
Where we have reached is really no laughing matter at all.
But you see, this is also where, and I want to commend my bishops, this is where we need all the voices of conscience. If you were quiet in the first round, or if you pulled out like Labour did in the first round, now is the time to come back to the table. And I made this comment here the last time that if the president says this would be or should be the last resort, let's ask Mr. President, what are the other options? I have also always been concerned about the innocent people who will be caught in the crossfire if you declared a state of emergency. Because the man you'll be shooting at the pit is not the one who is really doing this.
So this,
and then
so
the
this
town,
shoot to kill.
the town people
let me slide tack you a little bit, Sixtus. Is it the case that as soon as a state of emergency is declared, it means that the military swoop into these districts and then they are going to start shooting and killing everybody? Is that what that means?
The state of emergency actually means that the law has been temporarily suspended. You are not in normal times.
Like we saw for COVID.
The COVID arrangement, you are not in normal times. So there are roadblocks,
and all of that
there are restrictions on your movement, where to go, where not to go, where to be at what time. If you are at the wrong place at the wrong time, you are dealt with. Whatever the definition of that dealing with would be, my point has always been that it will end up affecting the Michaels and the Mawuenas and the Sixtuses more than it would affect the Helens who are the sponsors. So could one of the options be fish out the sponsors? If we get an excavator at a Galamsey site, we know or we have the details of that machine, who brought it in,
what we call kingpin,
who owns it. Yes, let's trace it all the way to the app, the top there, and catch that person.
What is making it so difficult for us to
I really don't get it, because as far as we are all aware, we have the records of all the people who are importing these machines. We have them. We have it, and the machines are being tracked. So if you say you are importing it for construction purposes, and we find it at or on a river body or in a forest that you are not supposed to be, you have questions to answer. There's also the option of even what they call the security zone, declaring or demarcating security zones. All of those things are options. So, if Mr. President says we have not exhausted, or there are other tricks we have not tried yet, civil society, national, is it Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey, Media Coalition Against Galamsey, religious bodies, moral voices of conscience, whatever,
voices
however
that didn't speak before, but now they want to speak.
Now they want to speak. All of you come together. Let's sit down with Mr. President and ask the Hanabisu outfits. What's the name again? The president doesn't have to be directly involved in that meeting. There are so many units, organizations or agencies involved in Galamsey.
We have the NIMOS in there.
Yes. So you see, it's we need to quickly act. Otherwise, in a year, 2 years to come, we'll still be at the same place.
We'll be in the worst place.
Yes, picking up machines that are returning to owners.
For me, I mean, the conversation about excavators is one that I cannot quite wrap my head around. We continue to say our country is a small one.
Minerals Development Fund, that's what we're trying to find.
Minerals Development Fund.
Yeah.
We continue to say our country is a small one, and we're importing 1,200 excavators.
The most in West Africa.
I mean, so what during that media encounter when the president was explaining away what it is that we're tracking excavators, one question I wanted asked was the construction happening in the country vis-a-vis the numbers in terms of excavators that continue to come in. Is there a correlation? Like, can we say that we are in such deep, because Big Push got launched in the course of this week. That's when he said the entire country is going to be a construction zone and apologized for it. But before Big Push was launched, are we saying that the numbers in terms of heavy duty machines were seen coming, particularly excavators, because there are other types
Don't forget there were two years of roads.
No,
So
I mean,
maybe
Years of roads, part 1 and 2.
Yet people were complaining their roads were not being fixed, and so that's on the other side. And if you've traveled, a lot of people are everybody is complaining about roads. There's demonstration here today. Tomorrow somebody's asking for. So there is no correlation in terms of the numbers that are coming in. So I'm even asking.
On the ground.
So I'm even asking, why are we not looking at just the sheer volumes and saying that, look, Ghana doesn't need 1,200 plus excavators coming in every year. I mean, what are we doing?
Should we have a quota? Say, okay,
you understand?
Let's have some kind of quota.
So then we know that.
Is that possible?
I'm talking in terms of policy in dealing with this illegal mining menace. The president says the big mining firms as well also need excavators. How much do they need a year? I mean, they've worked for a long time. We should be able to understand, they bring in 2 or 3 or 50 excavators every year.
And in a year, they will use that amount. Some might break down, so they bring this in. So some kind of structure.
I'm not sure they are buying excavators every year because, well, I don't know.
Otherwise, that would be very costly.
Exactly. So I don't want to prejudge as well that they might not be buying every year, but they will buy. And then construction firms, right? Queiroz, Galvao, you call them what's the Brazilian firm who are involved in a lot of these huge interchanges and the likes. Then we begin to narrow in, because we can say, we are tracking the machines. We are doing.
If you pick a machine at a Galamsey site, you can easily track who owns the machine.
That's fair. My question is, why are we even allowing them to to come in the first place.
We know how porous our checkpoints are, even though there are so many of them.
No,
so if
the reason is that
these
huge machines are coming from the port. That's how come
I know.
they are
I'm saying
packed 1,200 or so there. Because these machines, this is something you can hide in your bag.
No.
Yes, that's right.
But granted that there are too many human interferences, and so the machines somehow slip through our many cracks, our 5 Ghana, 10 Ghana cracks.
Sixtus, you are saying that once we find out it belongs to you, and we tell you, you bring another 1,000.
No, which I also agree with, actually, that the problem is fishing out the big guns, persons who are sponsoring, because there are reports that immediately power switch stands, new person said, hey, you're buying our to it. My government is in power. You've dug enough. It is my turn to dig, and all of that. There has to be a conscious effort to fish out these individuals. Make an example out of 2 or 3.
And I think that will that will solve your issue of how many are coming. Because if I catch you and you are behind bars, how many can you bring again? That will be the last time you bring 1,000.
And indeed, if we catch one man, that one man can lead us to 10 other men.
Because he won't go down alone.
He won't go down alone. And in that chain, he knows who he has dealt with. Do you get it? So just catch the man at the top, and he brings with himself 10 other men.
But there's another.
Make a very good show. Let us roast them in the media. We just roast them small.
Shame on you. We bring your picture, then we put the polluted water there. We bring your picture, we put a deformed baby next to it. We bring your picture, we give you stats of the kidney diseases. We bring your picture, and then we show you how many people were detained because of you, because they were protesting against Galamsey. We make a big board for shame, eco-terrorists, shame.
There's another aspect of the conversation about Galamsey that I genuinely think that when we are in Accra, we sometimes don't get the full picture. And I say this because I was in Akwetia, was it 2 weeks ago, for that by-election.
That's right.
Look, this is an acceptable way of life in these communities.
Deep in the psyche, there's nothing wrong with what they are doing.
Absolutely. Look.
No, Helen, I disagree. A lot of them know there's something wrong.
They're not comfortable with it.
This picture of helplessness, that we have no other option.
I'm trying to make a point that when I was there, I think when we were leaving, you see trucks with Kufor gallon, the yellow ones, the oil, the huge gallons for oil, park at fuel stations. Everybody knows they are buying fuel to go and power an excavator.
I see.
At a mining site. Everybody knows. And they come every morning. They come and buy. You see it.
And there's a DCE there.
Absolutely.
There's a police commander.
You see it. That's why I said that as we have the conversation, we raise the issues in the communities. People don't see. Like people don't.
Or is it
in
that?
Fact,
let me harden my heart and go and do what I want to do.
Sika womo, masa, my advice will say, "Uni scabra baby."
Sika wompa baby.
That's the word.
To hell with the consequences.
So you see, back to the point again. You see how easy it is to track these people. You have seen the people at the fuel station.
Yes.
Just follow the track. You end up there. You see where the person is eventually ending up, which machine he's fueling
and all of that.
Now, just check the records. Does the person exist, or that concession exists? That would mean, is the person legally supposed to be there? Even if the person is legally assigned the concession, and the person's practices and activities on the site is a breach of the laws, then that becomes another matter. Because the argument has also been, the other leg, that there are people who are holding concessions legally, and they are doing things outside of the bounds of the permits of the laws that permit them to be there. then again, that becomes an illegal activity.
That's right.
So it's very easy for us to track these things.
Would you begrudge any citizen that says, well, the reason why we're not able to track down these kingpins, or we don't want to, is because of a lack of political will and political connection?
And then the citizens should deal with it. Like he said, there's an assemblyman in the area. If the DC is not acting, the police commander is not acting, the assemblyman, who is at the lowest level of our governance structure, can deal with it. Mobilize your community. The assemblyman can mobilize you. You have unit committee members. Mobilize them. Mobilize the community and deal with it. Because the truth of the matter is that everybody in the Galamsey areas know where the Galamsey is happening. We don't need national security to move from Accra to a mining site to go and tell us that this is happening. No. In the communities, the people themselves know. So we can blame the top all we want, but let us also look at the local level. What is happening there?
Right.
And like he said, there are those who are even advising you, get involved.
Oh, I've actually heard that sitting here in Accra that, hey, Charlie, I'm from the eastern region. I'm from a town called Isium. My mother is into farming, and the kind of pressure she does palm nuts. Oh, this your farmland looking very good. You just turn your eye one moment, somebody is trying to encroach on the land to go and dig it out. It is, you have to fight. You really have to fight to keep your land, to keep it for farming. Yes, your own land. You turn your back for 1 second and somebody wants to encroach on it because Sika Wompa. Hey, why are you?
We did some work at the Suhum area and Enum Papa Enum, where the farmers themselves were willingly giving out their cocoa farms. And those stories are so many in our system here at the newsroom.
It's actually terrible.
I don't think it's a problem. I don't think there's any difficulty in finding out who is doing Galamsey. I don't think so. And the so-called kingpins, I don't think we have any difficulty in fishing them out.
But we are not able to do so. Why are we not doing so? Now, you hear also...
You see, I think why we've not been able to do so is one of the whys we've not been able to deal with corruption in this country. Look at it closely and you find they are so tied together. Because... I mean, every now and then we know who is engaged in some act that is raping the coffers of the state, right? It's the same thing with Galamsey. We've not been able to deal with corruption, and every year, every time. In fact, that's why one of the biggest things upon which the NDC rode on to victory was oral, because the Ghanaian people said, we want you to jail the looters. And now there is a concern that the General Secretary of the NDC came out and said persons were trying to cut deals.
Persons within the party.
Yeah, we're trying to cut deals. Mirror it to what was happening in the Galamsey sphere, and you realize that it's the same thing. When you're identifying the individuals who are supposed to be kingpins, you're realizing that, okay, these are persons associated with the party or good friends on the other side. You can't proceed with this one. You can't do this, and so they are left off the hook, and they are continuing in the act. And so, look at our fight against corruption and the many challenges we've had, and look at what Galamsey is becoming, and why every now and then we're sitting here and we're saying, why can't we find a kingpin? We've been asking ourselves, why can't we deal with corruption? Why aren't we jailing our corrupt officials? Just look at it.
Do you agree with this idea by eco-CSOs that we are becoming cartel? We can quickly degenerate into some of these cartel-like...
They are wielding their weapons already.
Cartel-like countries, you see, go to Latin America, go to the Colombias, where we have illicit, large-scale, just illegality, and really the persons involved in the illegality, they take over. They become persons to fear. Is that where we're getting to? Have we gotten there already?
We're on the way. That's what I would say, because